Welcome to the Rosie and Roula show. Marhaba.
G'day.
Okay, have a breathe. That's been a while. I missed you.
I missed you too. It's been very strange.
I did not sit behind my computer for the entire time.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, usually you'd be doing things, huh?
Yeah, I didn't. Who's gonna start?
I don't know.
Do you
Are we going
want to
straight
start?
into an episode or are we talking?
No.
What are we
First, let's talk
doing?
about
Okay. Am I stopping the
how
recording?
we're feeling. No,
Yeah.
leave it.
Keep it in case. Yeah. This all feels such a strange feeling to end something that we started with such excitement, right? And we still care about it, but sometimes the right choice isn't the easy choice.
Are you on board with this choice? Is this also how you feel? Because I have a lot of feelings, which I will share after.
So many feelings. I think I can't guarantee that I can show up at my best every time. And I know that is taking a huge toll on how you enjoy or not enjoy it, right? Because if your co-host is turning up and a bit flat or whatever, and it's happened enough times now for it to not just be a one-off, yeah? I think, because we spoke, was it maybe a month ago, maybe more? And we were like, I was saying I'm really overwhelmed, but let's just see how we go. And we reduced it to 3 episodes. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this isn't a forever close the book, we're done, walk away. It doesn't feel like that to me, but it feels like this is like, for now, maybe it is a good idea to stop or pause.
I'm so glad you said that. And I'm glad we didn't talk for a couple of weeks because it allowed me to have some clarity. For me too, it's a good time to take a break. The thing is, I have so many episodes still in me.
Yeah. We have so much to talk about.
Yeah.
That's who we are. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's...
And my episodes, the things, I can only talk about them with you. I cannot do them on my own podcast because...
It's not the same, is it?
Yeah. I mean, you're my buddy on these episodes.
No.
Even when I said maybe I'll continue alone, it came from a place of not stopping and waiting for you to come back. That was my feeling. If I continue, then you will come back and everything will feel natural again.
Yeah.
But stopping, taking a break is good for both of us, I think.
And maybe it's an opportunity to think how we can make it work and be sustainable. Because I would love for this to just keep going and going and going. And maybe it means we do seasons and we have extended breaks. I don't know. Maybe it's just, I have no idea what it would look like. But I think it sounds like both you and I don't want to just flush it down the toilet. That's it. We've done it and we're never coming back.
We built something so beautiful. And we still like it. Just life is happening now in different ways.
Yeah.
It really crossed my mind, Rosie, that we are independent podcasters. All the work we're putting in it is our time from our lives, our families. The only reward is the listener.
Yeah, which...
And why we're doing this is because we want to create awareness. We have so much to talk about. We have things to talk about that people need to listen to and know. At the same time, we don't have a boss or a production company who's telling us you have to deliver. But we acted like we have this.
Yeah. Yeah. Which in a way is silly. In some aspects, it's good because we're taking it seriously and we have high standards, but also why? There's part of it that you can take it to the extreme and it's like an obligation instead of this is something I really want to be doing. And I think we've both wanted to be doing it the whole time, but there is that element of I have to do it.
Yes. And this element, I have to do it when it comes in the middle of what's happening in our lives. It feels like, how am I going to cope with it?
Right.
I have to deliver, but yet so much on the
Yes.
other side is happening. Where's my priority? And I
Right.
felt this with you. And I think because of you, I allowed myself also to sit back and think, okay, so what are my priorities?
Mm.
And the podcast is a priority for me.
Mm.
But at the moment, I'm sure, I feel confident. It is when I say give it a break, it reassures me rather than say we're going to stop. Stopping scares me. Because
that is scary. I'm not ready to say this is done and that boundary, we're not doing it anymore. Like that's not how I feel. And I'm very conscious that the way I've been turning up has, it sounds like that's been a big part. I don't know if it's the only part, but a big part of, why you've been having these thoughts of, what do I want to do here? Do I want to continue? And that's not good. So I'm glad you said something because that's not sustainable and it just would have not, I don't think it would have ended well, and I don't want
that's
it to
true.
end in a yucky way. Yeah.
Yeah, because I felt I'm pushing you.
Yeah, and I'll let you finish, yeah.
Let me see. Why I felt I'm pushing you is because I didn't want us to give up.
Mm.
And I felt that there's so much in you, you just don't see it and you can bring it.
Mm.
At the same time, I realized, but this is not the time for her now. If it's not the right time, then it's not. I have to also accept it. I think I was not accepting that you need
but I think
something
you
else.
Kind of came to that conclusion before me, but I think it's the right one because, since we last spoke, so you know how I was saying having a hard time and I'd booked in to see the psychiatrist and I had to wait, blah, blah, blah. Well, I've since been diagnosed with PTSD, so it kind of explains a lot of the challenges I've been having, and I've started a new medication. I'm sleeping better. I don't have to nap every day. So this has just been the past 2 weeks. And that honestly has been the biggest roadblock in my life for years now. But in the past, maybe 6 months, I don't know if it's been longer, you would know as someone who's seen me, how I turn up. It's just been getting worse to a point. It's like, okay, I really need proper help now to improve that. So hopefully it was never that I didn't want to do the podcast. Just life was exhausting. It was not, I don't want you to ever think, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to do that. I don't care. It was just, that's how I was showing up everywhere.
Mm.
Yeah.
I didn't think for a minute that you don't care about the podcast.
Good. Yeah.
I sense something is going on. I only see you when we record. I couldn't really tell.
Right. And
yes.
I don't share everything. I'm very bad at doing that. So
I also understand why you don't share, because you're showing up. You don't want to bring something negative. You want to show up for the episode. You don't want to let me down, feel there is a disappointment. So there's a lot of pressure on you every time you show up when you were not in the mental space for it.
But then that took its toll on you. So I think it's good. We've come to the realization, hey, at this point in time, this isn't the right thing.
Yeah, you're looking after your health now.
Yeah,
something more
and
important.
honestly, already I feel a huge change. So I'm optimistic about that. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I saw the psychiatrist. When did we last see each other? Was it 2 weeks? More.
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks, yeah. So it would have been just after, it might have been the day after we last saw each other. That's when I saw the psychiatrist. And then I saw her again yesterday. And I'm seeing her again in 3 weeks. So I'm going all in, we need to get this sorted. So there's medication changes, psychology, whatever bullshit needs to happen. But even just after a couple of weeks, it's been positive. And to learn that you have PTSD, it is your nervous system working against you. Really, I couldn't sleep without the light on. My jaw was constantly tight. My body was like I would have flashbacks of Dad's accident, just awful things. And I didn't realize until I started this medication, it calms your nervous system. I didn't realize how much I was suffering. My body, when I started this tablet, which sounds crazy, it just went, oh. And I went to bed, Roula, before midnight. I slept all the way through. It's been good. It's a lot.
You have been on
good.
survival mode and you didn't know what's going on.
Yeah. So all these things I've been feeling, and the depression and the this and the that and not sleeping and blah, it's all trauma. And so it's validating. I'm like, oh, I'm not broken. There's actually shit that's contributed to this. Of course there is,
How the fuck do you think you were broken? The fuck is stupid? What the fuck with you? I'm not
Maybe
broken.
I just needed to book a session with you. So anyway, that's been very positive. So I think that can only be a good thing for wherever the podcast goes in the future. Like whenever you and I work on ourselves, I think that benefits both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also have been in intensive therapy since 3 weeks with my psychologist.
Yeah, 'cause you found the new, yeah.
It's been very, very intense. Like it drains me because I have to work very, very hard in this therapy. And also bringing up a lot of trauma, a lot of things that, which I'm working also towards some EMDR for these painful memories.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me also, I've been showing up with a smile on my face, and at the same time, I'm in such a melancholic state.
Yeah. And it's almost like that visual, a duck on the surface of the water is calm, but underneath their feet are going crazy, which is life that's happening for both of us, I think.
Yeah.
In different ways, different things.
Different ways, also illness, looking after a sick person in the house.
You're juggling a lot,
The kids. Yeah. I'm juggling a lot, and I refuse to say I'm juggling a lot because, everybody is juggling a lot. But I said something the other day to my sister and brother-in-law. They were asking me if I can pick up and bring the kids, etc., to school. I told them I can. And I told them, because they were saying that they're busy, they're sick, I don't know. And then I told them I can. And you know what? I need to slow down because I think I'm going to have a burnout from the family matters. And after I said this, Rosie, it's like, oh my God, this is it.
Yeah, fuck.
The family stuff is going to cause me a burnout. I don't know if I said that before I sent you my message that I want to stop or after, but this happened at the same time.
Yeah.
I realized that what the fuck? Yes, this is how I feel. It means there is some truth to it. And things have been also bumpy between me and Rianto. We're both feeling like not connecting. So much going on. My emotions were very high when I sent you the message.
Can I say, though, you worded it beautifully. You must have put thought into how you sent that. And I could tell. And you did that really well, definitely. Yeah, because that's a hard thing to say. Even if it's somebody, like you and I, we're very honest with each other and we do have hard conversations, but that's a big fucking thing to say.
Yes, and I think this is what I missed to pay attention in my relationship is that I can say the hard thing, but it's how I say them. It has the impact. And with you, I made effort to say them the right way. With him, I screwed up.
Yeah, bugger. We can't get it right all the time.
And that made things escalate at the atmosphere, and everything was so horrible. So we're saying we're not stopping. We're taking a break.
Yeah, and I
no
think
matter how long it is.
Yeah, And that's okay. So I think it can be a reminder for people as well that it's okay. And sometimes you need to do, like, I think it sounds like it's for both of our mental health, and the bigger issues are outside the podcast, but it's impacting the podcast and how we show up. And we are so interconnected, right? So if I'm off, then you can't, like, how is one person meant to carry it? And then it takes a toll too if you're showing up and putting on your happy face, and then Rosie's not feeling good, but you're not feeling good, or both of us aren't feeling good, or so we just.
I love this podcast so much.
Yeah, same. It's really special. I was in the shower last night and I was like, I think I'm going to go back and listen to every single episode. And then I went, I wonder how long that's going to take.
Very long.
Got so many.
But, you know, also it's given me more energy, the idea to publish these dormant episodes on my personal podcast. Just also to feel like I've finished the task that I have waiting for me there.
Yes.
That I put down when we started our podcast.
Yeah.
And also it gives me the feeling that some freedom that I can choose which podcast I want to work on in agreement with you, of course.
Yeah. And there's no judgment of, oh, you're choosing your podcast over our podcast. Like, ugh. No, you could do both. You could do either one. You could do one, like, or none.
Or none.
Yeah. We're both individuals, but individuals who love each other and like working together, but it's not, it can look different. And yeah, it'd be cool. I've just been mulling. I don't have any suggestions, but over like, well, how could the podcast, maybe we need to shift it a bit so there's less pressure when we turn up. Like right now, you and I are just chatting. There's no pressure to crack a joke or be upbeat, you know, which was a big part of how we show up on our podcast, right?
But I never felt it's a pressure. It's just we showed up exactly who we are.
We did, but maybe it was just me, but I did feel like I don't think I would be talking as slow or as calm as this if we were recording a typical episode. So maybe that's something for me to reflect on.
Because it's so important for us to deliver something fun and positive and deep to the listener.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So when you didn't feel positive or fun, this is where probably, I'm assuming, you felt the pressure of showing up in a certain way because this is the brand that we want to be known for. And also, we want to be our authentic selves.
Yes.
So it's okay.
And I was listening to, what was it? It might have actually been the Mel Robbins podcast. I hate, but sometimes love episodes. But they were talking about authenticity, and her guest, I think it was Seth Godin, was talking about it. And he's like, it's not authenticity that you should be focusing on for your audience. It's consistency. How you show up is consistent. And it's like, well, isn't that the same? But no, it's not, because showing up consistently is like, okay, on our podcast, upbeat, positive, but honest, difficult conversations. But if we did, and it is authentic, both you and I were who we are. But if we showed up on the episode, like if I showed up going, just reflecting my mood, it wouldn't be enjoyable for the listener.
No.
You know? Yeah. So it's, I don't know where that was going, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. People love who we are. It's not just the topics. They are here for us and our dynamic and how fresh we are. That's what makes it. So I think if we're not the full on, you know, we're really happy and funny and on fire today, you can't force that. Hey, you can't force me just cackling and having a full on Rosie laugh. Like you.
Okay. I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about publishing this as just we're talking episode? Not it's just who are we in real? Okay.
Yeah.
This is the long version. The shorter version, we can just record now something quick to tell the listener quickly why I chose now to take a break, why you chosen to take a break, and that we will see them. Until then, we want them to enjoy the episodes we already published.
Yeah. Because how many have we got?
So we make a short one, take a break, and the long one, if you want to know more, listen to this.
Okay.
If you got a kick out of our conversation today, can you pretty please hit the follow button and share it with another opinionated person? This is the easiest way for you to support the show. It also gives Roula and I the motivation
Rosie,
to keep
I have
going.
to stop you there. Stop telling people what to do. If they like to follow the show and share it, it's totally up to them. Guys, please, can you help us follow and share the show? Thank you so much. See you next time.
Said.